Well, welcome back to Good Day. It's a really good day for this gal right here. Listen, you talk about two things that Amanda loves.
Yeah.
We have it. So, sweets.
Yeah.
And a nice adult beverage.
Yes. I can't drink it on the air, which is that's totally
That's
fine.
all right.
But I have no problem talking about it.
Yeah.
Alex Drozdowicz joins us from Quenched Tempered Brewery in Uptown, Toledo, and Matt Cross, founder of Harvest Chocolate and Temperance. So we're talking beer and chocolate. It seems like an odd combo to me.
It seems very weird.
We thought so too.
Yeah.
Our lawyer, we share the same lawyer, he came to us actually and wanted us to meet, combine our powers together to create something beautiful. And thinking about it later on, like you have wine and chocolate pairings, and wine and food pairings, and wine activates 3 of the flavor sensors in your mouth. Beer activates all 5.
Had no idea.
So after rigorous research, about 2 hours of drinking and tasting chocolate, and our minds being blown about how some chocolates from different regions pair well with beers that you would never think chocolate would pair well with.
Wow.
It was amazing. We had our first one in, was it January?
December.
Was the first one. And so we decided to do another one for Valentine's Day.
Yep. Okay.
And that one actually sold out, just sold out. So we had to make another one for the beginning of for March.
March 7th, we're doing another one at Quenched Tempered.
So
lots of rigorous research.
Yeah, I'm sure
they
that
didn't call me for that.
That research was painstaking.
Yeah, we did it. We did it for the public.
Yes.
Like it wasn't for us.
For the greater good.
We
For
took
the
the
greater
bullet.
good.
So let's talk about some of these the chocolate.
Yes.
Where is it coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we source chocolate from all across the world because where the cocoa beans are grown impacts the taste, just kind of like wine. So we import them, we roast the beans, and we grind them into chocolate in our shop. We have these big stone grinders. So our single origin chocolate, so we have one from Haiti, which is a little fruity and kind of like chocolate puddingy. Costa Rica, we went down to the farm to visit it last year, and that one's just a little more cocoa-y and fruity. And then we start getting into more kind of fudgy. One is from Ecuador, which is kind of hazelnutty and cinnamony. And then the last one's from Ghana, which is in West Africa. So it, which is where most chocolate comes from. So it tastes very much to me just like chocolatey and like the chocolate we all know and love. Yeah.
I had no idea, but I mean, it makes sense because I think coffee is kind of similar that way too.
Yeah, it is.
You know, depending on the region. So you have all these different types of chocolates, and then you got all these different types of beer.
Yes, and it makes a big difference. Like he was saying, the region that it's actually made, it makes a difference where the beer is brewed. The water profile changes the flavor of the beer. So you can have the same brewery have 2 different locations, and that same style of beer will taste different.
Makes sense.
And the process, when we were going over the process where he's like, oh, we take the bean, we roast it. I'm like, oh, we roast malt. And then they put it in these big wooden crates, and it ferments. And the similarities between the two was just beautiful. Like, I geeked out a lot. And I think he was kind of surprised at how much I geeked out. So I love the process of everything. And pairing them was a lot of fun.
It seems like a lot of science behind this.
There's a lot of science behind it.
Yeah, you seem like you really enjoy it.
I do.
Let's talk about your favorite pairings. Do you have a favorite pairing when it comes to beer, when it comes to a specific chocolate?
Actually, there was. So the one that threw us off the most was a Costa Rican chocolate, and he was saying that was the one that kind of
It threw us off as well.
but like for like giving it to people was like, this tastes different than the other ones. It had a specific flavor, and I sat there for about 15 minutes like trying to pick it out, and it tasted dank almost, like a hop. And we stayed away from all the IPAs because it was like floral and fruity and hoppy. Chocolate, that won't go. We're going with the dark beers and the fruity beers, like we have a blueberry one and a plum one. Like those go with chocolate. We paired our really high hoppy, dank, fruity IPA with it, and the flavors just exploded in the mouth. It was like fireworks. It was amazing, and we just sat there like staring at it, being like, "How is this possible? Like it shouldn't work out."
Had a lot of beer at that point.
They did. Research is research.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to research. You have to be able to try it, and depending on, you take the same chocolate and you drink it with a different beer, and you get different flavors out of it.
That makes sense. Okay, I would never have thought, and especially when I'm looking at all the beers that you had here, I was like, IPA. I was thinking the same thing.
Exactly.
Like, how is that going to go with chocolate? But you found one.
Yes,
we did.
So this event that you have coming up, as you mentioned, that you've sold out already a couple times, but you're going to keep adding these because there's obviously demand there. What can people expect when they come out for this experience?
So they will get 2 flights of beers, and we'll pair with the different chocolates that they have, and they also have these custard bars that he can explain how they make them. They're amazing the way they taste.
Sounds good.
And so we pair each one specifically, and we kind of have a little palate cleanser, a break in between. We talk about the science behind it, how the chocolate's made, how the beer's made, why we paired it, and just sit back and enjoy.
And enjoy. And this is a flight here, so
It is a flight.
4 tastes and your chocolate to go with it. Now, how long has because you haven't been open all that long, right?
Our tap room just opened in August,
In
so it was
August.
supposed to open in 2020.
Right.
And pandemic
and then everything
had
happened, right?
other ways
Yeah.
of doing things. So
It's nice. You all are kind of new and already trying new things, bringing new things to Northwest Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
So if folks want to sign up in March to register, to make sure they get that ticket, how can they do so?
So on the Harvest Chocolate website, so harvestcraftchocolate.com, you can go and sign up for the tasting. We also have a wine beer tasting and a whiskey and chocolate tasting on there as well. And we also ship nationwide, so Valentine's Day is coming up. Don't
forget about that.
He said whiskey and chocolate.
There you go, Stephen. See,
I
something
wanna go
for
to that one.
everybody.
Okay, I like that.
That sounds good.
That's
Something for everybody.
Yeah, that's up my alley
You know,
right
if
there.
people haven't heard of either of you, because you're pretty new, how long have you been around?
we opened last May.
Okay, so
new,
both fairly new businesses here. You know, how important is it that us here in our community support these local grassroots kind of small businesses?
It's all about community. Like, that's why we started a tap room in the first place. I love people. I love talking to people and bringing people together under different circumstances. Like, we gotta stick together.
Yeah.
And that's how we survived throughout the pandemic and everything, and that's what it's all about.
And I think you two will keep the lawyer because he brought you two together. So
funny is
really,
that?
really cool. Nice combination here.
Very
Love it.
good. Wouldn't have thought. Very interesting. Thank you so much for coming in today. We appreciate it. Sounds like a lot of fun.